October 21st, and I'm selling a bunch of t-shirts from my t-shirt collection. I've been collecting shirts for over 15 years now, and just recently I've been seeing the prices going up on a couple of these pieces and figured it's time to let them go. I haven't worn them for quite some time. They've just been in storage bins, and it was actually this shirt up top. It came up on my recommended list on eBay, and when I saw the price tag on it, what it sold for, I couldn't believe it, and I knew I had it somewhere. So I've got boxes on boxes of shirts that I've been collecting. As you can tell, I like to collect things, and yeah, I knew I had this shirt. I was going through all the boxes, and I ended up finding a bunch of other shirts that I've been seeing the value go up on them. I follow a bunch of pages on Instagram that resell shirts, consignment shops, secondhand shops, and I've been seeing certain designs that I have, like they are listed for prices that are well above what I paid for. So I think it's time that, you know, rather than sit in boxes and doing nothing, I could turn a profit on them. So I guess to start off, I started collecting shirts, I want to say just about 15 years ago, and it started with this brand, Alphanumeric, old skate brand. I don't think they're around anymore, but the reason why I like this brand, not only was it because of our car crew, Team Alpha, because of the name, but also because their designs, I guess whoever owned the brand, the designer of the brand, they were also into cars. So it was cool. It had, you know, the word Alpha in it, and it had they made some shirts, like I remember they had a shirt with the Alphanumeric logo, but it was all small ones and it looked like a Civic. I think they actually had a drag car that had a big Alphanumeric logo on the hood. So those guys were into drag racing, but they were really a skate brand with some car-inspired designs. So I really connected with that brand, and it just kept going from there. That's when streetwear started blowing up more. I think I started with Alphanumeric and 555 Soul, and then as years went on, brands like Bape, Supreme, Hundreds. You'll see what I have here in some my pile over here. Some polo pieces. Let's see, Undefeated, Staple. We'll get to it, but yeah, basically over the years I've collected a good amount of shirts, and I pulled out these pieces that I've seen the value go up on them. And I'll start with this shirt right here. So it's actually a Kanye West shirt. It says "Hip Hop is back." As far as I know, and correct me in a comment if I'm wrong, this was the first shirt that Kanye West ever released. I think I bought this shirt online, and that's the funny thing, every single one of these shirts has a story. And I think I bought this shirt back when Kanye just had a merch website online. It wasn't even hard to buy any of his stuff. And this must have been around 2002 or 2003, his first album, College Dropout. And I just bought the shirt because I was a fan of his music, held on to it, didn't wear it too many times, and you could tell this is real because the AAA tag, AAA doesn't make the sewn-in tags anymore. So yeah, this is definitely a vintage shirt. I mean, if I bought this in 2002, it's 2017, so the shirt's 15 years old, and it's still in really good condition. I saw this listed on eBay or actually sold on eBay for a couple $100, and I guess it goes along with the hype around Kanye right now, and this being one of his first shirts, you know, it's pretty valuable now. So I'm curious to see what I could get for that. And again, another College Dropout shirt. Oh, it actually has the same exact design on the back. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't opened up or touched these shirts in a long time. I've got OCD when it comes to folding shirts. They've all got to be the exact same size. If you go in my closet, all my t-shirts are folded exactly like this. And yeah, this shirt hasn't been touched in that long of a time. Must have bought this shirt the same exact time I bought that one, because it's got the same exact logo or design on the back of it. Haven't seen this one listed anywhere, so curious to see about that one. Another Kanye West shirt. This one was from, I believe, a graduation album. It's got the Murakami, Kanye West Murakami design. That Murakami actually designed his album cover. So whatever I say in the video, if I'm wrong, definitely let me know in a comment. I'm just going off my memory. But this one's pretty dope. It's, you know, all over print. All over print was a huge thing back in the day because not too many places could do it. I still don't know of a good place that could pull it off. And this one's crazy because it's wrapped around the front and the back, full screen print. So they must have used probably 2 screens to make this shirt. It's got the Murakami Jesus piece. So this one's a crazy shirt. Tough one to let go. Another one that, you know, actually no, this isn't even All Style Apparel. This is Tennessee River. So haven't seen anyone selling that shirt. Another Kanye West shirt. As you can tell, I'm a Kanye West fan. This one is the Gold Digger shirt from the Touch the Sky tour. So this must have been 2004 when this shirt came out. So it's obviously when the Gold Digger song came out with Jamie Foxx. This is a crazy print. Another tough piece to let go, but let's see what that one goes for. And this one is Kanye West Glow in the Dark tour, front and back. And actually the print on this is reflective ink. This is the album where he made those the white sunglasses with like the lines through them, which really didn't serve any purpose. But remember at the concert, like those were the first thing to sell out before the t-shirts. And now when you go to a Kanye concert, the merch is, the prices are crazy and it sells out quick. So this is, I actually got this at the concert at MSG. I remember buying this shirt going to that concert. So that's actually it for my Kanye pieces. And now moving on to Polo. Polo, I've got a bunch of Polo Bear shirts. It's crazy because the prices on Polo have skyrocketed in the past month. They just re-released and did a retro line of the Stadium, or actually no, the P-Wing. And it was limited edition release. And it looks like Polo is going to be re-releasing or doing retros of a lot of their old designs, which is cool. And it's bringing up the value in all the original pieces. So I did a quick eBay search for Polo Bear t-shirts and I saw, you know, some of these are worth a decent amount of money, and a few of these date back to, like this one right here. This must have been back from 2004, maybe around 2004, 2005. So bunch of Polo Bear shirts. You got the Polo Bear Martini. This one, another one I could just tell from the wear on the design. This one too must have been back from 2003. Polo Bear basketball with the USA hoodie. Oops. Some of these are newer, or probably in the last 5 or 6 year release. Polo Bear with the USA knit flag sweater. Polo Bear tennis player. Polo Bear, you know, beach outfit. Got another tennis player in blue. So that's it for the Polo Bear shirts. And then this one is a long sleeve polo ski. I think the year that this one came out is on here. No, definitely I remember buying this one back in college, so this is, let's see, this says 04, but I think, yeah, this must have been from 04, 2004. Polo skier, long sleeve. And then these are some logo pieces. I don't know if these have any value. I know I just had them for a long time. Purple polo horse, that's a huge print. I know this one I had back in college, so that must have been anywhere between 2003 to 2007. Another Polo Varsity. This one was back when I was in high school, so this must have been back in 2002, 2003. Tropical theme letters, another varsity letter. So that's it for some polo pieces that I'm trying to get rid of. This one right here, Supreme shirt from back in, I don't even know what this says right here. It's world famous Supreme Team Show. It's by some artist, Joe somebody for Supreme. Bought this one back in college, so another release back in, I want to say 2007. Full color print. Didn't wear this one too many times. This one's cool. Orchard Street. Frequently Fly. I don't think this brand even exists anymore. If I remember right, I bought this shirt off of maybe Digital Gravel. I don't even know if that website even exists anymore either. New York brand. Another New York brand, Staple. Staple Pigeon shirt. It's, you know, iconic for the Pigeon Dunk. This is the purple version, so didn't release. The purple version of the Dunk SB wasn't called the Pigeon, but and definitely wasn't a value of what the original Pigeon Dunk is, but I guess they released this shirt just because it was similar to the original Pigeon Dunk. And a bunch of these, I know they're just, when I bought them, they were in high demand and hard to get. So I don't know if they're worth anything today. I'm gonna bring them to the store to see if they do have any value. Like this shirt right here, this was like one of my grails and a shirt that I really wanted and was hard to get. I think I ended up buying this one off of eBay because I couldn't get it in the store. Undefeated store originally from California with the cement print to go with the black and red cement 3s. I know when I saw this shirt on Nike Talk, I was like, I need that. Ended up going to California like in the same time that the shirts came out. I do remember getting the light one. I didn't see that one in the box, so that's gotta be somewhere still. But this is the black version. Again, it was tough to get back in the day and had value back in the day. Let's see if it's got anything left in value of it for today. Booze and Shoes, bought this one originally back at the Supreme store in New York. The tag on it is gone, but I think the name of the guy who designed the shirt was a skateboarder named Dill, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember every shirt that you bought, or every shirt they sold at Supreme had a Polaroid. I actually probably still have it somewhere in one of the random shoe boxes that I have with random things in it. It came with a Polaroid that the guy who designed this shirt took. He eventually ended up making a clothing line called Fucking Awesome, but that didn't last for too long. So that was one of the original shirts that he released at Supreme. All right, this is cool. This is a throwback. This is a concert t-shirt, original Jay-Z concert t-shirt from the 2003. This must have been the Black Album concert, if it was 2003. And this is a crazy story, and this shirt is definitely not even my size. I think it's doesn't even say the size. This must be an XL, but I bought it just because that was like his first concert that sold out like in minutes. And long story short, I ended up getting tickets for that from, man, I can't even remember the guy's name. He was on the cover of Slam Magazine, Rookie of the Year, or he was nominated one of the future Rookies of the Year. This was the same year that Carmelo got drafted, if I'm not mistaken. So what ended up happening, we went with my friend from college, John Zapata. I went with him to Madison Square Garden that night. We didn't have tickets to the concert. He had a friend who scalped tickets, and he said he knew of a way that we could get tickets without paying over like street prices for them. So he talked his way into getting us into the will call area, MSG. And his technique was, we had to ask every single person that walked out of will call if they had an extra ticket or extra set of tickets. And we did that for like over 2 hours. It was a crazy experience. And an even crazier thing was the last person that I asked, the concert already started. It was a guy and his mom. We already at this point gave up. We were like, whatever, we tried. And I asked him and he was like, actually, are you gonna resell this ticket? And I looked at him, I was like, nah, I just wanna go inside. And he goes, you gotta walk with me inside. So I was like, oh, but I'm here with 2 other friends. He's like, I only got one, so you're either coming in with me now or you're not. So I looked at my friends because I was sleeping at his house up in North Jersey. And I was like, yo, what should I do? And he's like, dude, just go. This is a one in a lifetime opportunity. It was supposed to be his last album. And yeah, I ended up going in. Had a great time, and it was weird too because I walked in with him and his mom and I didn't even get to sit with him. Like, the ticket was some random seat, random section, and I remember walking out of that concert, I was like, I gotta get something to, you know, back in the day, cell phone cameras didn't even exist. So I was like, I gotta get something that proves I was here. And I bought this shirt. This was like the last shirt. Like, I went up to a souvenir stand and they're like, this is the only thing we have left. So I ended up buying it, and this is a cool piece. I'm sure not too many people have those. All right, this is a random piece. My president is black, my Lambo is blue. Must have got this. If you guys don't remember, that's a Young Jeezy line. Must have got this at some, I don't even remember seeing Jeezy in concert, but must have got this at one of his concerts. So another random piece. And so I organized them by section. The first section that you saw, or collection of shirts, was Kanye. Then we had the polo pieces. Now these are like music or whatever artists. This is a Bob Marley tee. This is another random shirt. I remember buying this at Dr. J's in Newark. I saw some consignment shop on Instagram selling this shirt for like over $100 and it blew my mind. Curious to see if that one still has any value. Now these are some Nike shirts. Actually, no, these are all basketball themed shirts. And this one up top is original Nike shirt from the 4 series, Godzilla versus Charles Barkley. September 9th, 8 p.m. 1992. This is a crazy piece. Originally released in 1992. This is an original 1992 piece. I bought this in the Philippines. We were in some crazy province where, you know, there's no running water, and there was a mall there with a random sneaker store in it. And I remember getting this shirt. There wasn't many things left in there like that were cool, but I remember I got this shirt there and a poster of the Nike Air Force. It was like the basketball team, must have been like the Olympic team, dressed up in Air Force pilot outfits. But that poster ended up getting messed up when I tried to bring it back home, so I think I ended up throwing it away because it got messed up really bad. But I held on to this piece, so it's pretty cool. This shirt was originally released in '92. When I got it, it was in mint condition, and it looks like I wore it a decent amount of times because the design is cracking. It's pretty crazy. That shirt is 25 years old. Definitely the oldest shirt that I have in this pile. These are cool. My grails back in the day. I just happened to be in LA when these shirts released, and they were hard to get back then, and I just got lucky walking into the store. I remember this shirt right here, the Patrick Ewing cartoon edition. I think it was Pro Sports who did the original like big head or cartoon drawings of basketball or sports players. So this is like the undefeated version. I remember we actually hunted these shirts down when we were in California. First we went to the Undefeated LA store, and then we went to their second store, wherever that is. It was like a 45-minute drive, and the LA store, I think that's La Brea, sold out that morning, and we ended up driving down to wherever their second location was, and they had like 2 size mediums left, so I ended up picking one up. And the Kobe Bryant edition, it's weird because it's the same exact, you know, sort of design, but that one, the print feels a lot different on it. Like, this isn't a regular screen print, because look, I probably wore them the same amount of times, like once or twice, and this one's a lot more faded than this is. So another cool piece that meant a lot to me at the time. It was hard to get at the time, not too sure if that's worth anything now. Those must have came out, again, probably another decade to 15 years ago. And this one, these are all now Jordan t-shirts. I remember when, these are retros of original shirts that came out back in the, whatever, late 80s or early 90s. Mars on the front with Jordan on, or Mars on the back with Jordan on the front. And back when the Retro 3s came out in the early 2000s, I remember camping out at Woodbridge in New Jersey, Woodbridge Mall, and the Foot Action, back then, they used to make you buy a t-shirt for every pair of Jordans that you wanted. So if you bought 2 pairs that day, and I think the limit back then was like 2 pairs per person, they made you buy 2 t-shirts, which are the only reasons why I ended up buying a bunch of these shirts, but ended up being pretty cool to have because they're now like pretty iconic pieces to have. Back then I was wearing a size large because I actually wore this a bunch of times. This is a really cool one. And you know what? I actually got this one in the Philippines too, where I bought that Charles Barkley shirt. Again, this is whenever the Royal Blue ones came out, which I believe the originals came out in the late 90s. So again, another really old piece and another classic, the Royal Blue ones on the front and back. I don't think this was a retro, or this shirt came, because they didn't retro these for a long time, so this must have came out when the original Royal Blue ones came out. This is a really cool classic piece. Mars Blackman. These must have, this one, the first Jordan shirt and this one, I believe they came out in 2003. Huge Mars Blackman hit on the front. Another classic piece. So this one's similar to the first Jordan shirt I showed, but slightly different. This one came out, had to be 3 or 4 years later. I bought this one at an Athlete's Foot store in Newark. And I picked this one up just because I was like, oh, I got the white version that I bought a couple years ago, so I gotta get this one too. Now, another Mars Blackman and Jordan shirt. And this one also came out in 2003. Yep, also a size large, and I also bought this one at the same, these all came out in the same collection or the same weekend that the other Mars Blackman shirts came out, the white ones. And then these are some bait pieces, and this one's actually cool. I didn't even know I had this. I didn't even know it was a KAWS collaboration, but you can tell by the 2 X's, like right here. The Snoopy's got the 2 X's because it's a collaboration with KAWS. KAWS is well known for, you know, using those 2 X's. This is a KAWS edition Hennessy bottle, and again, the KAWS edition Snoopy by Uniqlo all have the 2 X's on it. And this one right here, it's got the 2 X's for the eyes and a bunch of his other characters here with the double X's. So this one's got to be worth something. KAWS X Bape collaboration. Another Bape t-shirt. All these were bought back in probably 2006, 2005 with the purple Bape head. What's cool about the Bape shirts is they come in those plastic bags, and I actually have them still. And I'm gonna throw them in the packaging. They might be more valuable if I put them back in the original packaging. Baby Milo by Bathing Ape by Bape. This is the long sleeve shirt. And an original Bape hoodie. This one was, you know, I think this was like one of my most prized pieces back in the day. It wasn't even my size. This was a small. Yeah, this was a small when I was wearing a large. I got this piece just because Lil Wayne made the red Bape hoodie really, really famous, if not popular, and I bought this secondhand off of somebody that we knew up by Jersey City. And I remember we went to his house and he's like, check it out, I got a bunch of things for sale. And this was one of them. I was like, that's not even my size, but I want it. And I don't think I even wore it because it was a size small. I just wanted to own it. And this has just been sitting in a box for, again, over 10 years. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the value on all of these pieces are. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this store in New York called Round 2. I've been following them on YouTube for, you know, quite some time now, and they originally opened their store in Virginia, then they opened up one in LA, and just recently the one in New York probably 2 weeks ago. And what's different about the shop is they sell a lot of Hypebeast stuff, sneakers, shirts, hats, whatever Hypebeast collectible stuff is out, they sell it. And what they do that's different is they actually buy pieces out rather than put them on consignment. So I'm looking forward to bringing them all these pieces and see if they have any value to them, see if they want to buy any of them. And even if they don't, it's cool. I had a fun time going through my whole collection and pulling out these pieces and remembering all the stories behind them. And what I'll do is I'll just throw them back in the boxes, and who knows, a decade, 2 decades from now, maybe they'll be worth something.